guitar people, look what I'm using. I got a capo. I never had a capo my whole life. And a couple weeks ago I got one just to get one. So I wrote a little tune on it, and I'm going to show it to you right now. So for this lesson here, the cool thing about it is it gives you some practice into having your thumb here be very independent from your other higher fingers. And what I mean is when it starts off, the high notes are whole notes, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, like that, while your thumb here is doing, so it'd be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. And it makes these fingers slow down while this guy here is still going to work. And it can be a little trickier than it looks like. So let's jump into it. So for this, I have a capo on fret number 2. And so we're doing like a C major shape here, but it's actually a D as in dog, right? Because this is a D note. But I'm going to call it C major because it's the same shape, and I don't want to confuse anybody. So what we got here is just a C major shape, and then for your pinky, it's going to go right up here. And what we're doing is, so let's start with these ones first, okay? For your thumb. For the ring finger, you're going to be alternating. So when you pluck here, and pluck there, and then when you move up to the low string, the ring finger has to come down onto that fret. So it's like, see, that came down, and then you back up to, so now I have my pinky up top here, and we'll be playing whole notes. So it'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And all that is open, and then open G. So like you're really just holding that C chord, and you're going here, then open, and you're just strumming through the chord while this guy is going. So slow. Let's do it again. All right. So just slowly, it's gonna go. We end on that. Now we go to the F chord. And what we have is, so we're gonna skip the A string, skipping that entirely. We have that and an octave of it here. And now our ring finger is going to be on the G string. And it starts off with it being off of the G string, and almost immediately it comes down. And it's going to go. I'll have the tabs up here as well, so you can go slowly, it's going to go. Do that a little bit slower. then we go immediately into, that's the, right there, and then an open high E. So that's a pretty easy part. All you're doing is, and you want to keep this thing ringing, bing, right? Open, 1, 2. Now on this one, you want string number 2 to be up top. And so we'll go over that G chord. And so it'll be now again, it's just an octave right here. And what you're doing is, so when your pinky comes down is when you hit the D string. Now your ring has to go to string number 2. You're going. So if you look on the inside of the chord of what's happening, it's just going. And then the end on your C chord. And then we're going to start over, and it's going to be a slight variation. So it'll go. See how I struck the B string twice? It's going to be. So now as we move on to this chord, it's going to be a slight variation. Our pinky is going to come up to here. So we'll do that slow with tabs. And then as we are moving in to close it out, we slide up to our chord here, our G again, which is actually an A, but you get the idea. Same walk up. So that's a variation as well. I'm going. See, my pinky's down on string number 2. Open E. And then we have that same flat 6 into the 6. So let's go through the whole thing slowly and with some tabs up on top of the screen. I'll try to play it as slow as I can. It's hard to play things slow, especially when you have a note that's supposed to be like ringing out over top. You've heard it though already, so I think you'll get the idea. So we'll do it slow. Let's go for it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this lesson. I like it because I like the challenge of trying to keep those high whole notes ringing through while your thumb's doing the work, right? It's actually pretty tricky. So if you can master that, and then when you go into the... it kind of like ties like two different ideas in together and splits it up for the ear to hear, like the high and long notes and then the on the bass, right? It's just interesting, I think. So I hope you guys like it, and I'll see you next time, and just keep on picking.